Clashes for a second day today in Los Angeles as people protested immigration arrests in the city.
We see you for what you are, a terrorist organization.
Today, immigration officers facing protests in Paramount. Chaotic protests unfolding in Los Angeles on Friday after federal immigration agents raided 7 businesses across the city.
Our friends, neighbors, and family are being kidnapped. Our kids are scared. This is the time when we show up for them, for each other.
The Department of Homeland Security saying it executed 4 federal search warrants across 3 locations. At least 44 people were arrested in Friday's raids. Community members and lawmakers coming together today to speak out against the raids.
But what happened here in Los Angeles yesterday is not unique to Los Angeles. What happened here yesterday is happening across communities in the United States.
A tense scene outside of a clothing warehouse as a crowd tried to block agents from driving away during one of the raids. Some protesters were seen throwing objects at the vehicles. Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons today criticizing LA's mayor and the LAPD for its slow response, saying ICE agents were vastly outnumbered by the protesters. The mayor saying neither she nor the LAPD had any idea the raids were going to happen.
When ICE went in, they just took people away, and we just can't have this in our city, and it happened multiple places in the city. And what it does is that it sows a sense of terror throughout the community.
Those raids prompting demonstrators to gather outside of a federal building in LA, where lawyers said those detained had been taken. LAPD officers in riot gear standing shoulder to shoulder, blocking the entrance to the building. Some tossing tear gas canisters to try to disperse the crowds. The Department of Homeland Security standing by the immigration raids in a statement saying, quote, ICE is now following the law as they always should have been. Clashes for a
SUV is not going to stop. Someone throwing, looks like,
Wow.
All right, let me widen out here. Okay, so we saw some eggs being thrown at the vehicle. Now he was just, partly ran over by that SUV.
Well, we do
And
see
there
that
goes,
person
there goes.
getting up.
Oh, it looks like a bicycle was also struck in the crosswalk here. So just a dangerous situation. It doesn't, not really going to prevent them from leaving. But now we have a whole other situation here. This SUV is not going to stop. Someone throwing, looks like,
Wow.
All right, let me widen out here. Okay, so we saw some eggs being thrown at the vehicle. Now he was just, partly ran over by that SUV.
Well, we do
And
see
there
that
goes,
person
there goes.
getting up.
Oh, it looks like a bicycle was also struck in the crosswalk here. So just a dangerous situation. It doesn't, not really going to.
We are watching a group of federal officers here in downtown LA. This is Alameda and First Street. They're approaching. This is the second night of such activity here. The protesters that are protesting the events from yesterday have surrounded the federal building, the Roybal Center here, and the Metropolitan Detention Center. They had protesters out on Alameda, and now they're being moved south on Alameda. The federal police here being met with fireworks being tossed at them, items like rocks being tossed at them from the protesters, who will scatter once the officers get there. This is not LAPD. This is federal agents, federal officers that are doing this skirmish line here next to the federal building complex. You see, that looks like an LAPD unit there that's turning around. A couple of officers there that have responded to this area, but they're making a U-turn. As this skirmish line continues, they're making their stand here. It was yesterday when we saw activity. I'll come over to the Roybal rear entrance. You can see more federal agents there lining the street, lining the driveway where the rear entrance to the Roybal courthouse is. You can see the buildings have been tagged up today, even more so than yesterday, and skirmish lines set up all along along Alameda. Here's the 101 freeway that's not impacted at this point, but the protesters have moved south as that skirmish line has pushed them south to 1st Street.